How's that for a professional description of it? Hey, Rod, thanks for coming on today.
Hey, good to be here.
Appreciate you being with us. Next segment, we're going to call the guy, right?
Yes.
Mr. Mueller?
John Mueller.
He'll be with us in the next segment. We're going to talk about the Winter Dance Party. It's a fundraiser for the Shepherd Center of the Cannon Valley. And again, it's next Friday night. I can tell you, because I was at the last concert, it is a super, super event.
Yeah, that's one reason we had them back, because a couple of years ago they were here and we had so many good comments on it, and people said it was just so much fun that we thought, you know what, and let's bring them back again. So I think like you said, it's a great show. It's going to be fun. So if you've seen it last time, I'm sure you probably want to come again. If you missed it last time, now's a great chance to see him.
What time is the concert?
We're going to open the doors at 6, and then the concert itself will start at 7. I mean, we're talking a good 2-hour show. We'll have an intermission, and as I mentioned during the Cannon Falls News, during intermission, I'm going to auction off a guitar, brand new Fender guitar that John Mueller, who does the Buddy Holly songs, and Ray Anthony, who does the Richie Valens tunes, and then Linwood Saster does the Big Bopper. All three of those will autograph that guitar. And in fact, John Mueller is going to play it in his first set, and then we'll auction it off during the intermission.
Where'd you get the guitar?
John Mueller, he offered to do that, and he actually shipped us the brand new guitar. I just got it the other day, and
cool.
So it's sitting at Shepherd Center's office, and it's a nice guitar. Yeah, it really is.
You know, when Ricky Skaggs was there, he just marveled at the acoustics in that facility.
Oh yeah, you can't say enough about the facility, and you know, I think it kind of, these concerts have really helped Shepherd Center, just for us, you know, financially, to get through the year and to keep offering the programs and services we do. We needed some way, you know, to keep the funds coming in, and we started out, I think we had we had Bob Wooten, who played with Johnny Cash in Tennessee 3, and then Shepherd Center took a trip to Nashville, and I was on that trip, and we heard Tim Watson, who has and still has the #1 show in Nashville. And after that show in Nashville, I talked to Tim, and I said, would you ever come to Cannon Falls? And he said, well, you know, he says, he traveled for years with Tammy Wynette. And he says, I kind of got sick of the traveling. He says, I got it nice here in Nashville. He says, I don't have to travel. But he says, I wouldn't mind coming up to Cannon Falls. So we talked him into it. So Tim Watson came up and did a great show in Cannon Falls. And then after that, we got Ricky Skaggs to come, and it just kind of took off from there. So, but yeah, Tim Watson, everybody that's played at that auditorium or that theater has just marveled at, wow, you know. I think it was Ricky Skaggs said, I can tell you what, there's not an auditorium at a high school anywhere in Nashville like this.
Yeah, and so, it's not, I mean, it's really more of a theater.
It is, yeah, it really is. It's very comfortable seating. The acoustics are great. They got great people running the sound. It's just a nice venue to have something like this. And it's kind of an intimate venue, too, because it holds a little over 600 people, not a bad seat in the house, and it's nice.
You're right, because I sat in the way back against the wall, and perfect.
Yeah, that's where I usually kind of hang out too, is kind of in the back. And we have some people that prefer the balcony.
Oh, sure.
You know, because you can see good, and the sound is good throughout. So.
Yeah, all the acoustics are incredible. And well, how many Grammys did Ricky Skaggs win? 17 or
something like that. Yeah.
So, the guy knows his music.
Yeah, I think he's been around and played a lot of venues, and for him to compliment that, it was just pretty nice.
And I know he said he'd come back too.
He did. He says, yeah. And you ever want me to come back? He says, I'd love to. So.
But this just worked out. The Winter Dance Party was able to do this.
Yeah, it worked out. John Mueller, great guy. In fact, we're going to be talking to him in a little bit. And, you know, they've been doing this for years. And if you like that 50s era of music, and, you know, every year in Clear Lake, Iowa, they have a gathering. Yep. I think it's the first part of February. In fact, they played this year at the event in Clear Lake.
The Surf Ballroom.
The Surf Ballroom, yeah. So, and this show is kind of a reenactment of that last tour done by Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. So, you know, all the good songs and all the energy. It's going to be hopping, rocking in Cannon Falls a week from tomorrow.
Well, he'll tell us. I recall him telling me last time that, you know, they don't try to be just like those guys.
No.
But they are.
Yeah, I know they are. Yeah.
They don't try to be, but they are.
It's their tribute, is like John likes to say. It's a tribute to Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. They're not imitating them. It's a tribute to them.
Yes. So we're going to visit with John in our next segment and visit more with Rod about the show and where you can get tickets. And of course, I think we got some we're going to give away here on the air. I don't know if today is the day, but we'll find out. Let's get that opening marker report, a service of your KDHL Agri Boosters, including Northland Buildings for quality post-frame.
Shortly on the airwaves, Rod Johnson, Executive Director of the Shepherd Center of the Cannon Valley, is in studio today. Talk all about the Winter Dance Party. And maybe before we get John on the airwaves, Rod, we should talk a bit about what the Shepherd Center does, because that's what the proceeds are for, right?
Yeah. Shepherd Center, boy, I think we're in our 21st year now. And Shepherd Center, works with seniors, well, say 55 and over, keeping them active, volunteering for the community, and so it's a win-win situation. The seniors keep active. They use their expertise in helping in whatever way they can, whether it's helping with, income tax, which is big right now. We've been having a lot of people come in and getting help with their income tax. And
I know you even had some calls from over this way.
Oh, we did, yeah, from all over. And by the way, it's all full now. So we don't have many Saturdays left, so that is all filled up. There's a lot of different areas. We work with youth. I mean, we do a book buddies, we call it, at the Cannon Falls Elementary School, where volunteers once a week come in and read to first graders. And now coming up on May 19th, we'll bring in Gordon Fredrickson. You've met Gordon.
Oh, yeah, great guy.
Oh, and he comes in and he does a presentation to these first graders because he's an author and he writes books about farming and the way it used to be. And you've seen how he captivates those kids. There's not a sound in there. And then we give each kid, every year they get a brand new hardcover book. So Book Buddies is big. One thing we've started, to keep seniors physically active, we do senior softball, the Boomers, which, by the way, I'm going to be playing on the team this year, so we'll see how that goes. And we do pickleball, which has just gone crazy. I mean, we got 2 pickleball courts that people can call up and reserve, and there's a lot of different things and services that Shepherd Center is involved in. We do a health fair, a lot of things.
It's a fun activity, that pickleball. You and I got a chance to.
No, we did, yeah.
Do a little bit of it. You should have your tennies on, though.
Yeah, you should, and neither one of us did.
No.
So that's our excuse for not excelling at it that day.
Well, it took me a while to get the hang of the whole pickleball.
Yeah.
I think this is Mr. Mueller. At least I hope it's Mr. Mueller. You can talk a little bit more about that while I get him on the air.
Yeah. And, we're here talking about the Winter Dance Party. And as I said when the program started, it's just, these concerts are so important to Shepherd Center because this is our major fundraising event. And that's how we receive enough funds to keep Shepherd Center going. Tickets are available, $30. You can pick it up at Shepherd Center. You can pick them up at Schofield Drug in Cannon Falls. Or you can go online to shepherdcenter.eventbrite.com to get your tickets. And again, the big show, it's a week from tomorrow, Friday, April 8th, Cannon Falls High School Theater. Doors open at 6, the show itself at 7. And a couple of years ago, if you were at the show, I know you want to come back again. And if you missed it last time, make sure you attend it this time. It's fun.
John Mueller joins us. Hi, John.
Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Great, thank you.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. It's bright and early here.
Yeah, I bet it is.
You're out west, huh?
Yeah.
You doing a show out there?
No, I live here. We just got back from Virginia, actually, and we have about a week and a half off until we come to beautiful Minnesota.
Boy, that travel's got to get old, though, doesn't it?
It does. It gets really hard, especially these days. The airlines have made flying not a joy anymore.
No, you got to get your own. You got to get your own jet.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Rod can maybe donate that for you.
Yeah, right. No, I don't think so. Well, we're looking forward to having you come, John, and a lot of people excited about it. And you were in Cannon Falls a couple of years ago. So what'd you think of the auditorium?
I loved it. I especially loved hanging out backstage in the room where all the band orchestra stuff was. We had a blast playing all the instruments back there.
Yeah.
You did?
You're not alone. A lot of people enjoy that.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a great crowd, and it was a beautiful little auditorium, and it was a really fun show. Really looking forward to it, and helping out the Shepherd Center is always a fun thing, too. We got a beautiful guitar I sent out a couple days ago to Rod, and we're going to actually play it in the show and have the guys autograph it, and then we're going to auction it off at intermission, so to help pay for some of the expenses and stuff to put an event on. So
yeah, and it's a great guitar. Really is nice. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's really nice to send that.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's great event.
So how did you get started with this show?
Well, I was cast a while back in the musical called Buddy, the Buddy Holly story that came out of London, and then also had a short run on Broadway. I was the first guy to tour with it in the U.S., and my first production was in Kansas City at the American Heartland Theater. It's owned by Hallmark Cards. And then I did quite a few other big city productions of that, like Chicago and Miami and Toronto and San Diego and quite a few other places. And then I did that for so long, well, about 3 or 4 years, I decided I didn't want to do 8 shows a week anymore, because I was like, just had no social life at all. But about that time, it was the 40th anniversary of the original Winter Dance Party tour, and I thought, hey, it would be neat to go back to the original cities and try to recreate the tour that they did, the exact same order that they did, which was kind of a crazy undertaking, but I just really wanted to get that experience and feel what that was like. So we went and did the exact same cities and venues that were still standing in order that they did, which was, if you know anything about the tour, it was kind of crazy because they had 8-hour drives pretty much every other day. It was a really poorly planned, geographically organized tour, and they had to suffer through broken down buses and ended up on school buses and stuff like that. If you can imagine rock stars of today traveling that way, it just wouldn't occur, but that's the way they were taking advantage of back then. But so we went and did this tour, and it was amazing. We did 11 shows in a row like they did, and so we were in Green Bay, Wisconsin on a Monday night, and there was 1,000 people there. So a light kind of went off in my head that this was something that people still cared about. And at that time, I just thought I would be doing it every January and February. And it just kind of morphed into us doing it year-round. It just got so popular, and people really care about this music still. It's really amazing.
Is from when you started, is it seen any much change over the years, or do you kind of stick to the same tour that they did and the same performances they did?
Well, we've certainly expanded the cities we play at. We got some Canada dates coming up, and we go all over. But we do, keep to the same, most of the same songs that they did. Of course, artists back then would cover each other's material because they respected each other's work so much. So Buddy would do a Little Richard song or a Chuck Berry song, and so we do that as well. And I got privy to one of his set lists that he used back then. So, but we change the show quite frequently just to keep it fresh for ourselves. We add some new songs or change the order around the show just to keep it fresh for ourselves and our repeat viewers.
So people who went to this a couple of years ago will hear a completely different show, basically.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say completely different, but I would say certainly freshened up, yes.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, in the order of the songs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So how'd you hook up with the other two guys?
I'm sorry, what?
The other two guys, Richie Valens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ray Anthony is Richie Valens. He's just great. He's endorsed by the Valens family, and he's a heck of an entertainer, very energetic, and as you'll see, he really gets the crowd going. And
he does.
Linwood Satcher is the Big Bopper. He was Jay Richardson, the Big Bopper's son's sub when Jay was starting to get ill and couldn't make some shows, and unfortunately we lost him a little over 2 years ago now, and Linwood has been a great replacement, a very energetic guy too.
Now, I've noticed we've had calls at Shepherd Center. You've really got some dedicated followers that have contacted me, and they can't wait till the show. And that really says something for all of you. For those people that have not seen the show, how would you explain it to them, what they're going to witness on Friday, April 8th?
Well, I would say be prepared to witness a very high-energy show. I've always wanted to be kind of a stickler for details, so we try to present the music as authentically as possible. I think that's bode well for us over the years. We've just getting the endorsements from the families and critics and stuff. We really try to make the audience feel like they're back in a time capsule in the 50s, and we have certain jokes and stuff during the show that kind of pretend like you're in that era, and so I think they will be surprised also at just the body of work that these artists had. Like, a lot of people don't know the Big Bopper wrote White Lightning, which was a big hit for George Jones, and Running Bear, which was a big hit for Johnny Preston, and we bring a lot of that out that a general fan may not be aware of, and just the body of work that Richie Valens had. And of course, we have a lot of young people come up to me after the show and like, I didn't realize Buddy Holly had so many great songs. So that's what I think they would be prepared to see.
Yeah, for a short career, basically, a lot of great songs.
Oh, for sure, definitely, and a really great breadth of songs. He was one of the first rock and rollers to use strings and orchestra backing for some of his songs, and it's a beautiful variety of music. It's really great.
I guarantee people will be tapping their toes, Rod.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me, well, is it a dance? Well, no, it's a concert, but if you want to dance in the aisles, that's okay, right, John?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We've seen that happen. It just kind of spontaneously happens.
And I remember last time you were here too. There was some folks that showed up, and they were dressed in that era.
Yes.
It was really good.
Poodle skirts.
Oh, yeah. There was quite a few people dressed up in poodle skirts and stuff like that. It was great.
It was awesome, fantastic. All right.
Now I think you've played the Winter Dance Party in Clear Lake, Iowa, probably a number of times. You were there this past February, right?
Yeah, we were actually there on February 3rd, and this time they gave us our own night, and they called it Family Night, and it was kind of also for the community there, as opposed to the weekend where it's more the tourists and stuff, but this was kind of the opening night event for the weekend, and it was great because we had all the parents brought their kids there, so it was this whole youngsters, like 8 years old, dressed up in cool skirts, and they were just loved it. They were dancing, and we played. Gosh, we must have played 3 hours of music there that night. It was great. But we played there many times on Saturday night as well, and we're usually there every year.
Obviously a very historic venue.
Oh, yeah, beautiful venue, and you can know firsthand now, after doing 11 shows in a row, why Buddy would want to charter a small aircraft just to get some rest and get some, get ahead before the next show. They just had no days off. It was pretty crazy.
Busy guys.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are pretty busy too.
Yeah, we get out there. We've got, I think, 8 shows here in April and a couple in May. But summer seems to always be a little light for us. But boy, we had a busy winter, and we got a busy fall coming up as well. So it's a real testament that the music is still living, and people really enjoy the music and coming out to see us for sure.
Somebody asked me too about where you perform, and you're pretty much, all over. Not even just the United States. You go all over, right?
Yeah. Sometimes people come to see us and say Minnesota or Iowa, and they approach me and say, "Hey, my dad's 60th anniversary is coming up or something, or can you guys come here next week?" And I was like, we don't live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little difficult for us to get there. But, yeah, no, we're all over the place. Like I say, last weekend we were in Virginia. The week before that we were in Laughlin, Nevada for a week. We have some Vegas shows coming up in the end of April. And we're going to be in the Washington and Seattle area in May.
Been to Europe?
Yeah, I opened for a Roy Orbison show in England for a couple of years. I did that, and then I've been to Canada so many times I can't remember. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I remember last time somebody that you were appearing in Cannon Falls, somebody just commented to me that they just felt like they were just transported back in time to the late 50s as they listened to all of you, and that's a good testament.
Yeah, that's really my goal, and I really got a crackerjack band to help pull that off. The sax player is an audience favorite. His name is Mike Acosta, and he's a Grammy winner. He did all the horn arrangements for Brian Setzer's Dirty Boogie album, which won a Grammy, and he's really terrific. Just what you call a musician's musician. He's an incredible player.
And the people that are wondering what songs they're going to hear, I mean, when they're there that night, they're going to know these songs because these are the hits of that era, correct?
Oh, yeah. We got, when Buddy's in, we got That'll Be the Day, Peggy Sue, Rayvon, Oh Boy, Think It Over, True Love Ways, Words of Love, all the greats that Buddy did, and some of his rarer songs. And then, of course, Richie, got Donna, La Bamba, Come On, Let's Go, Boney Maroney, and then the Big Bopper, Running Bear, White Lightning, of course, Chantilly Lace, and a couple of his other rarer songs he treats the audience to. And then the band does an instrumental, and it's just a full evening. It's a full 2 hours of great rock and roll, and the show really kind of builds. I designed it that way, so by the end of the show, it's just really built to this frenzy of excitement and energy and stuff. And that, at that point, the audience is usually on their feet and stuff, so it's great.
You know what I think is cool, Rod and John, is the kids of today love this music, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's great. We have a lot of parents sometimes that drag their grandkids or, their grandkids' daughters or whatever to the show, and they didn't realize how fun this music was, and they become fans all over again, which is great.
That's the perfect description of it, too. It's fun.
Yes.
Yes, that's actually a great word about this, yeah.
Oh. Well, John, I don't know, Rod, do you have anything else for John?
No, just really looking forward to it. And again, thanks for that guitar. We're going to have fun selling that. I'll be the auctioneer that night.
And he is an auctioneer, too.
Yeah, I am actually an auctioneer. So.
Oh, great. Well, last time you were at the Timberwolves game, I believe. So I'm glad you're going to do the show this time.
I will be there this time. So, yeah, I did. I missed it last time. I got there after it was over and visited with you a little bit. But no Timberwolves game this year. I'll be there and looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Great.
John,
Thanks for
appreciate
having me, guys.
You bet. John Mueller, who plays Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's a dead ringer for him.
Oh, I know. Yeah. You look at him, and it's like, wow. And you were at the show last time.
Oh, yeah. They were very, very good. I would highly recommend going because it's exactly as it's billed. It is high energy. It is unbridled. And it's just fun music.
Yeah. And like John said, too, he switches it up. So if you were there last time, it's going to be a little different. And what I like to keep telling people, too, is, this is a fundraising event. And I like to look at it as, tickets are $30. So you buy a ticket or two. You're supporting Shepherd Center. And in return for that, you get to see a great, exciting, fun show. Hey, it's a win-win. You're helping out Shepherd Center, and in return, you get to see a wonderful show. So I hope people will keep that in mind and pick up some tickets and come and join us. You won't regret it. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be fun. And I think people were dancing in the aisles last time, weren't they?
I know they were. Yes, they were. And I can see in my mind the poodle skirts going.
I can too, yeah. Because I came afterwards and I said, wow, that was impressive. They really looked the part.
Yes. Well, in fact, he took some pictures with some ladies who were there, and they were younger ladies, too.
Yep, that's right.
That were in the poodle skirts that were taking the pictures with Mr. Mueller.
Yes, that's right. So,
after the concert.
And that's right. After the concert, too, you're going to have an opportunity to see these people and visit with them. And, again, John Mueller, who we just talked with, does the Buddy Holly, Ray Anthony, He's great, boy. The Richie Valens and
they're all terrific.
Yeah, Linwood Sasser, and I know he mentioned the sax player, and I remember that too. People saying that guy was awesome.
He was.
Yeah, so he'll be there again too. So it's all going to happen Friday, April 8th, a week from tomorrow. I can't believe it's already almost here. Cannon Falls High School Theater, which is unbelievable for a concert like this. Doors will open at 6. The show at 7. It's general admission because, like we said, there's not a bad seat in the house. So it's general admission. Tickets are going well. We still have some available. I would get them sooner rather than later because
all of these have been sellouts.
Yeah,
right?
we last time sold out. So again, you can pick them up. If you want to pick them up in Cannon Falls, stop by Schofield Drug and Gift. You can stop by Shepherd Center, or if it's easier, you want to use a credit card, just go online to shepherdcenter.eventbrite, and that's BRITE. So shepherdcenter.eventbrite.com, and you can get your tickets online as well.
And while we got a couple of minutes, you want to put a plug in for the show this fall?
Could do that too. Yeah, we've actually booked. We decided to do 2 concerts this year, which is kind of unusual, but. We've got Caitlin Smith coming back on November 26th. And Caitlin, of course, is from Cannon Falls. She just got done with her latest album, and it's a full-length album. And I've heard some of the songs on that new album. It's going to blow you away. I mean, wow. My favorite new song she has is called This Town Is Killing Me. And it's about Nashville and the struggles of somebody trying to make it. And I was so impressed. But we've got her coming November 26th, and I think she'll probably do a few maybe Christmas songs in there too, but a regular concert as well, so it'll be a mixture. But yeah,
she's written some big hits for some other country stars.
Yeah, I mean, Garth Brooks has recorded her songs, Lady Antebellum, Rascal Flatts, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton recorded a song she wrote. And then the pop song, Like I'm Gonna Lose Ya, Meghan Trainor. Number 1. She was co-writer on that.
Yeah. In fact, I was reading something. They're talking about songwriters in Nashville, and she is listed as one of the top songwriters of the current days.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people expect her to be, just a household name here soon.
Her voice is awesome.
I know, yeah.
I don't know how she hasn't been a big hit.
I know, yeah.
Yet.
But she spent most of her time just writing, and now she's really getting into the entertaining and recording some of her own songs.
Okay.
So that's coming up in November. But the big one is coming up, the Winter Dance Party. And it's a concert, again, a tribute to Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. Come help support Shepherd Center. Get your tickets now. Pick them up at Schofield Drug, Shepherd Center, online at shepherdcenter.eventbrite.com.
All right. Thanks, Rod, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Big thank you to John Mueller, too. We got tickets we'll be giving away over the next week, too, so stay tuned for that. You're in tune to KDHLAM Faribault.